Is he been able to hang on though as they go down the Bentley Straight into Brundle? I think he is, but only just, as we've seen in all these races, it seems the time. They turn their way then towards the end of lap 1 of 6. Everyone's asking to find out what the conditions are like. They're changed during the course of this race, it would seem, but they turn their way then towards the curve. That first lap, by the way, number 2, James Newbury, but he's got back going. The leaders then turn their way into Murray's and more, just being kicked up as all the track is being used. And across the line, then getting away out front, Andy Bird. In second place is Will Gibson still. In third is Jack Parker now. Fourth, it is the car that's made a very good start. It's Matt Isherwood, isn't it? Matthew Isherwood, but he's made a good start, I think. There you go. From 10th, he's up to 4th, and Chris Needham has gone with him. So Chris Needham has gone up into 5th. There's cars off though at Ritchie's. There's 2 or 3 that have gone off wide, but they will they all come back on again? Yellow flags are still being waved, so is there a car further off the road? Can't quite see that from this vantage point, so I'm sure if you're up there at Palmer, you've got a much better view of that than I have. So yeah, yellow flags are still out, so there's obviously a car that is off, perhaps in the gravel at Ritchie's, not sure. Anyway, we're trying to work that out. The leaders turn their way through Palmer, with Andy Bird still getting away really from Will. Now it's new second place man, because Isherwood's up to 2nd, so he was 4th, so Matt Isherwood up to 2nd. So was it Will Gibson that went off there? I think it might have been. It's Needham, in 2nd. So it's Chris Needham in 2nd from 14th on the grid, and it was Will Gibson from 2nd place that's gone off at Ritchie's, and also went off was Matt Isherwood, but he's got back on further down the order. Other cars that went off there were 68 Nick Bridgman and 31 Robin Fountain, but Will Gibson is the car off at Ritchie's, which is the reason for the yellow flag. I can see that car now. It's well off the road by the marshal's post, so a real shame there for Will Gibson, who was a race winner yesterday, but showing that these conditions are a little bit tricky out there at the moment, because we saw a number of cars go off there at Ritchie's, but the cars are on the back straight now with this big lead that has emerged for Andy Bird then, as he turns his way up towards Brundle then for the 2nd time. I think it's Needham in 2nd place, but then that gap was developed in 2nd. Andy Bird is going to win a race, now, but posted at the moment out front as they turn their way on a hell of a circuit up towards Turf. Cars breaking away here with Chris Needham there in 2nd position, going really well. He won yesterday, his first win of the season in Legends. It should be noted that Miles Rudman, the championship leader, dropped to 14th on the first lap, so he obviously had a driver. But the lead battle is now on, because the race leader, the pole man, Andy Bird, has been caught then by the rapid Chris Needham, who is with him there in 2nd place. 3rd now is Sean Smith. Rudman's now 4th. I just said he was 14th at the beginning of the lap, but he only took 10 cars in all of that. We know Ritchie's is difficult, but he's under yellow flag, so caution should be used by the drivers. In 5th place is Steve Whiteleg, 6th is Jack Parker, so he lost some time in all of that. In 7th is Daniel Clark, 8th is Chris Brockhurst, 9th is Charlie Budd, and into the top 10 has come Marcus Pett. The race leaders turn their way then out of the Wilson hairpin and on the run up towards Palmer then for the 2nd time, and that first lap was about 10 seconds slower than what we've seen so far in dry conditions this weekend, so that gives you an idea of how tricky it is. And Miles Rudman goes through into 3rd place, he gets ahead of Sean Smith, and they turn their way then onto the Agostini hairpin. Miles Rudman here, the quickest of the drivers, but in front of him he sees a challenge for the lead, because Chris Needham goes up the inside of the race leader, which is Andy Bird, but Bird hangs on around the outside. I don't think Needham wanted to make it too wide into Hamilton there and just backed off out of it. Then you've got Rudman, and then you've got Smith, and then you've got Jack Parker, I think, in 5th. The leader outbrakes himself at Oggies, and he hangs on to the lead though. He's got sound and grip on that outside line. So, yeah, 5th is Jack Parker again. He was passed by Steve Whiteleg, but he's got back ahead of him at the start of this lap. And they then turn their way onto the Bentley Straight for what is the 3rd lap of 6 in this race. And it is Bird v Needham out front then, and hanging on in the lead of the motor race is car number 30, Andy Bird, looking for his first win. now for the lead. Second place. Rodman's got through, he hasn't, so it's still the same order. It's still Bird from Needham, from Rodman. They turn their way through Murray, very wide is the leader.